Because again, we are in this conference and everybody is discussing so much about AI and stuff. What is your honest take on AI content and AI stuff?
Oh,
That's
AI content. So like as a traffic source, I'll give it 2 more years before it matures because there's no way to measure it. So like AI is that. In regards to AI content, we personally don't use it because we have a belief in ourselves, rightly or wrongly, that in order to compete, you have to have the best content possible, and that the only valuable traffic is like traffic like in position 1, 2, and 3. So if you're using the same thing that everyone else is using, and this is not just true for like AI content, this is true for using like content optimization tools like Surfer SEO and those kind of things. If you're using the tool that everyone else does without the
Yeah.
extra effort, then you're not really investing for it. It helps you with scale, but then what's the point of scale if none of it's good, right?
Yeah. None of it's different. Everything is same.
Everything's kind of the same. Like this way, like I think I'm very good at using AI, but I still wouldn't use it to produce content unless I'm deeply integrated with that workflow. And at the same time, and at the end of the day, you end up just manually rewriting stuff anyway. So I think it might be useful as a tool. I do see it like there's stuff I want to use it for on our website where, say, for example, a page is too short-lived to actually for it to matter for any penalty or any duplication issues. So if a page is very time sensitive and has like a lifespan less than a week, I'm probably more than happy to try like doing SEO like AI content for that. But doing the scale of content, I'm not a big believer on scaled content. Even though we have a very successful scaled content, we produce like a lot of content. Like we produce maybe 600,000 words a month on our website, and it's like a really high scale. But that's like human augmented over like hiring and operations, and all those kind of things are far more valuable. I would never do that with AI. Like to me, the most valuable thing is like our SEOs going over it, fixing it up, and doing interlinks. Honestly, so I'm not as bullish as other people, but I have seen other people succeed with AI. So like I have a friend called Dayan who spoke at last year at Chiang Mai, and he does a lot of AI generated programmatic SEO, and he's very successful at that. And has like really good processes and like automation processes and N8N setups and stuff like that. So I have seen it succeed. So SEOs can succeed with it. I personally wouldn't do it, but just because I don't do it doesn't mean you shouldn't try it out. Like I've seen a lot of SEOs succeed with that. With programmatic SEO, but programmatic SEO is very risky if you've never done it before, because as soon as a website gets nerfed, you won't have the mechanisms of how to recover from that. Whereas,
and if it gets hit, it's hit.
Yeah, it's hit forever. Like what people should do is start like they do the scaled content, then they should consolidate it. So like if they scale it up to 100,000 pages, they need to scale it back to like 4,000 or 400, whatever the number is. They need to scale it down once they start seeing succeed, just to make the strong pages strong.
Yeah,
because there's only so many
just
pages.
Optimize the pages that are working with manual content, so that you're not.
Well, yeah, because like honestly, you can rank a website with 40 pages more easily than like I know why people do the 100,000 pages, but that only works for like a little while until Google catches on. But you can rank a website with 40 pages or 100 pages. It's actually a lot easier to do that when you actually know those are the high traffic pages. And then everything else is offsite, honestly, for like topical authority, for link acquisition, for entity and branding is actually a lot easier. It's just more expensive, to be honest, but that's a lot easier to manage than having a website that has that many pages might actually confuse what is the most valuable traffic source. So,
and leading to a lot of orphan pages as well.
Yeah, too many. Like unless you have a big brand, because like when you have a big brand, Google allocates more resources to crawl you more often. But if you're starting out brand new and there's no reputation, no equity, nothing, then it's very hard for Google to crawl every page of your website.
And Google never crawls every page.
Yeah, they're very choosy. They're very selective in what they want to do. And unless you make that page matter or it's important, then all you're doing is making more noise. You're just making it harder for yourself. And if they're not bothering crawling it, then it's not even valuable in the first place. So it's unless you have a very good mechanism, like some of my friends are very successful at it. So I'm not saying you can't do it, but like I think it's a lot better to use it as a tool to create better content. Like I use AI for research, and I think it's excellent for research. Like Notebook LM and Gemini is excellent for research. Some people use Perplexity, and I think to help out with content. But I wouldn't use it to produce content, because then you're just all you're doing is the same way people outsource content. The same way people would do that is content just becomes a commodity, and the more of a commodity content becomes, the less valuable it is.
I see.